Hello everyone, this is Jack with Let's Draw Today. Thank you so much for joining me and drawing with me today. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to draw a rose. Although many people find that drawing a rose presents some challenges due to all of the overlapping petals, it doesn't have to be difficult at all. In this tutorial, we're going to break the rose down into sections of petals and draw one petal and one section at a time, making the process much easier. Let's begin drawing the rose by establishing some basic shapes. Begin with a 2H pencil at the center of your paper and sketch what is almost an X shape. This will be the center petals of the rose. Next, sketch a curved shape underneath the oval or egg shape. Now we're going to sketch two large petals on either side of the middle. Both of these petals have thick sides, so I'm sketching a rough guideline for the sides of each petal. Each of these petals emerge from the bottom of the center. Now lightly sketch the outline of three additional large petals. These petals will be underneath the ones we already drew. Next, let's focus on developing the middle petals a bit more. Start with a diagonal line that extends from the bottom and then beyond the outer edge of our egg shape. Then loop it back around to where you began. This will represent the outer flap of a petal curling away from the center. Make sure to erase where the overlap is. Okay, this egg shape we drew at the beginning only serves as a basic outline for what we will now fine-tune. I'm going to make the center petals a bit smaller than what the original egg shape outline was. The petals and the outer flaps get smaller and smaller as you get closer to the center of the rose. Now we will make even smaller petals wrapped around each other. Stay aware of the larger petals in the foreground as you draw the smaller petals behind them. Make sure the edges of these inner petals are inside the edges of the larger outer petals. Let's next draw the pointy tips of the petals in the very center of the rose. This is also where you would find the stigma of the rose if it was opened up a bit more. Draw more of the outer petals. Staying near the center, sketch two tall petals with points near the top. Here I'm going to make this tiny petal near the center stick out a little bit more before completing this larger petal in the rear. There are two large petals in the very back that almost look like diamonds. For this first one, I'm sketching a light vertical guideline just so I can align the tip the way I want it with the petals below. Before I do this other one, I'm not really satisfied with the look of these tall petals I did, so I'm going to play with the shape a little bit. Then connect the corners to complete the second large rear petal. Trace along the edges of the next two petals below to make the guidelines a little sharper. Make sure to erase any guidelines that are behind an overlap or that need to be cleaned up from a sharper edge. Go over the edges of the remaining petals. Sketch in bends, curves, folds, or other imperfections in the petals that will give the rose a more natural appearance. Now that we've completed the line drawing of the rose, the next thing to do is add some shading. As you watch me shade the rose, you can see my process and even pause the video so you can shade too. And that is how you draw a rose. If you want to see this full tutorial with step-by-step explanations at normal speed, and if you'd like to get 10 of my full-length tutorial courses for free, you can click on the link in the description below this video for more info. If you found this video to be helpful, please like it, share, and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click on the notification bell so you don't miss new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for drawing with me today.